Hi guys, welcome back in Learn Python 3 with Atif Masih series. In this video, we will discuss fifth part of Python standard library module, which is datetime module. Python has a module named datetime to work with date and time. It has four classes: datetime, date, time, and time delta. We will discuss all the classes one by one, but first we will discuss what is present inside the datetime module. To check that, first we will import datetime module using import datetime command, and then using dir, which is a short of directory, we will print out all the directories present inside the datetime module. And see here, when I print out the dir of datetime, then it returns all the attributes or features of datetime module. We will discuss some important features of datetime module. First, we will discuss how to get current date, and we will use datetime.date class. This class is used to represent calendar dates values, and also we will use today method to fetch the current date. And see here in this example, first I have imported datetime, and then using datetime.date class and then today method, I just fetch the current date and stored it in date variable, and then using print statement, I just print out the value of date, and see here it return this result. Next, we will talk about how to use object of date class, and see here, this is a syntax of how to create object of class. And see here, this is a name of class, we can use whatever we want, and then name of class and then attributes. And date class will take attributes years, month, and day. In this example, we will use date class, and then we will create object of date class. And see here, first after importing datetime, then dot date, and see here, these are the arguments: year, month, and day, and then it is stored in D, and then I just print out the D, and see here, this is the result of D object. And also we can do this using from keyword. If we want to import only date from datetime module, then we will use from datetime module import date. And see here in this example, now we don't have to write here datetime.date because we have directly import date class. And see here, I just stored date in A object, and then I just print out the A, and see here result. Now we will discuss how to use date.today. And see here, same as above, I just imported date from datetime, and then using date.today, I will fetch today's date, and then stored it in today, and then using print command, I just print out the today value. Next, we will discuss how to print out year, month and day of the date. And see here, using from keyword, I just imported date, and then see here, I just created object of date class, and then I just call today's method and save date in today. Now we want to print year and month and day, and we have dot operator. We can use dot method to get the years and month and day. And see here, using today dot year, today's dot month and today's dot day, I just print out the values of month, year and day. Now we will discuss object of time class, and we have this syntax. And see here, same as date class object, we will create time class object. And see here, it will take 4 arguments: hours, minute, second and microsecond. And see here, with example I will explain the above object. And see here, I just imported time from date time, and then see here, it default has hour equal to 0, minute equal to 0 and second equals to 0. If I left time constructor empty, then it return result as a 0 0 for every attribute. And next, I can assign values of hours, minute and second. And see here, in B it stored the values of hours, minute and second. And see here, this is a result of B. And see here, in this example we can define hours equal to 11, minute equal to 34 and second equal to 56. But if we only write 11, 34 and 56, it will automatically understand 11 is a value of hour, 34 is a value of minute and 56 is a value of second. And then we can print value of C. But see here, in B I just assign values, but we can also define variables hours, minute and second. And then in last example, see here, I have defined here hour, minute, second and also microsecond. And see here the result of D. Now we will print out hours, minutes, second and microsecond as we discussed in date. We have discussed how to print out years, month and day. And also using dot property we can print out values of hours, minute, second and microsecond. Using time class, I just assign values of arguments 11, 34 and 56. And see here, using a dot hours, because I stored the value of time in a object, a dot hour, a dot minute, a dot second, a dot microsecond, I can print the values of all the arguments. Now we will discuss date time object. And see here, same as date time, we can create object of date time. And see here, it will take arguments year, month, day, hour, minute, second and microsecond. Now we don't have to import time and date separately. We can only import date time and then we will work with time as well as with date. And see here, I just created object of date time, and see here I have defined here the values of year, month, day, hour, minute and second. And see here, using a dot year, a dot month, a dot hour and a dot minute, I can print out the values of all the arguments. And see here the results. We can also find out the difference between two dates and time. And see here, using from date time, I just imported date time class, and then see here, I just created a first object t1 of date time, and then assigned the values of all the arguments. And then I just created second object, and then I assigned all the values of arguments. And then using t1 minus t2, I just find out the difference of object 1 and object 2. We can say that the difference between date time 1 and date time 2, and then stored it in t3, and then using print statement I just print out the difference. And see here, it returned 21 hours 09 minutes and 49 seconds and 99900 microsecond. And see here, we have year 2018, and see here we have in second 2017. And see here we have different values of all the attributes. I just want to show you how to calculate the difference between dates and time. Now we will discuss how to calculate future or past dates, and we will use time delta class. We can use time delta class to add or subtract days, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds and microseconds. It is very useful when we want to calculate future or past dates. And see here, with example we will understand more easily and accurately. And see here, I just imported date time module, and see here I just created the object of date time, and then see here this is a class of date time, and see here these are the values of arguments, and see here it is a object of date time class. And see here, now I want to create object of time delta, and see here I just assign argument days equal to 30. And see here, if I want to calculate 30 days ahead, it means I want to calculate next 30 days from the date. And see here I have assigned here 2019 July 20 and 10th hour 51 minute and 0 second. And see here, using the object of this class date time plus object of delta, I will calculate the sum of both classes. And see here, when I print out, it returns me 30 days ahead, that is equal to 2019 and 08. And see here, I have assigned here 7. Now month equal to 8. Now we will discuss to calculate 30 days back. And see here, dt minus delta, and it will calculate 30 days back. And see here, now the result equals to 2019-06, but in argument it is a 7. And see here, in this example I want to show you addition of days, hours, minutes and seconds. And see here we have object of time delta, and see here these are the arguments, and this is the object of time delta class. And see here I want to just calculate addition of days, hours, minutes and seconds. And see here I just sum up the object of date time class object and delta. And see here this is a new result. And see here we have argument 2019, 07 and 30, because I just added here days equal to 10. And see here in argument it is a 20. And now see here in this example I just change value to days to weeks, and also we can calculate values with weeks. And see here I just write here weeks equal to 4. And see here when I added weeks equal to 4, it returns here 2019, 08 and 17. And this is a easy method to calculate the sum of different dates and time using time delta class. Now we will discuss difference between two time delta objects. We can also find out the difference between two time delta objects. And see here I have just created T1 time delta object, and then I assign, and then see here I have assigned different attributes: weeks equal to 2, days equal to 5, hour 1, second 33. And see here time delta object 2, and see here these are the arguments: weeks equal to 1, days equal to 4 and so on. And then using T1 minus T2 I just store the difference in T3. And see here when I printed the value it returned me 7 days. And also we can find time duration in seconds. And see here using time delta class I just created object T, and then T dot total seconds. We can convert all the days, month, years, hours in seconds. And see here it returns me all the seconds of days, hours and seconds. Now we will discuss how to handle both date and time. And see here using datetime dot datetime and dot now, and I just stored it in current datetime, and then I print out the value. And see here it returns the date as well as time. Now we will discuss different format of date time. We have strf time and strp time, two methods to handle formatting of date time. First we will discuss strf time. And see here I just imported date time from datetime module, and then I will fetch date and time using datetime.now and stored it in now. And see here using now.strf time I can assign format of time. Percentage H means hours, percentage M means minutes, and percentage S means second. And see here when I print out this it return 15:10:02. And see here, we can assign different format of date. Percentage M means month, percentage D means day, and percentage Y means year. And see here, it returns the date 6, 12 and 2020. And also we can create format for both date and time in single statement. And see here, this is a date format and this is a time format. And see here, and also see here, in this example we can change the order of day, month and year. And see here, now 12 is a day, 06 is a month and 2020. And see here, if you want to learn more about formatting, please visit W3 School. And see here, in this website they have explained all the variable or formatting of time and date. Now we will discuss how to convert a string into date time format. And see here, I have just imported datetime from datetime module. And see here, I have a date in string 21 June 2018, and then I just print out the value of date string. And see here, now using datetime dot strp time, I can convert the string time into datetime format. And see here, I just pass out the string name, and then see here, I just define the format. And see here, it return datetime module format. Now we will discuss a simple age calculator. And see here, I just imported datetime from datetime module. And see here, this is a date in string 1/15/1993, and then using datetime dot strp time, I just convert it into datetime formatting. And see here, I assign here the name of string and then format of the date. And see here, using print command, I will print out age colon equal to percentage D. It will print value in integer. And then using percentage, I will calculate value of date. First, see here, I just fetch current date and then minus birth date and then dot date. I just converted into days. After converting the values in days, I just divide it by 365 and see here, it returns 27. In this video, we have discussed about datetime module and different classes of datetime module. If you have any query, please let me know in comment section. If you want to learn more about Python, please subscribe my channel and like and share my videos with your friends. And don't forget to click on bell icon so that you won't
Stay
miss my
tuned. We'll be
new videos.
right back.
Thank you so much for watching my videos.